What we're going to do is continue with box plots or box and whiskers. And instead of just graphing them, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for outliers. Now, for the outliers, we have two different types of boundaries. We have the lower boundary point and the upper boundary point. So what the boundary points are imaginary borders. And if we were to have a box plot that were to have a point outside of it, either the lower one or the upper one, what we do is we call that an outlier and we put an X. And then what we do is we find the next lowest point, and that is our new minimum, or that would be our new maximum. So if the boundary points are outside, then that means that there are no outliers. And of course, if it's inside, just like what we just saw, then there would be outliers. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the numbers in order. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, 9, 11, 12, 16, and 24. We're going to count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 is a nice number. What we're going to do is find the 5-number summary, just like what we did last time. Minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and our maximum. So our minimum is 3. Our maximum is 24. What we're going to do is we're going to look for the middle number. So we see that the middle number is 8. So our median is 8. Our Q1 is the middle of the first half of the data, which in this case is 5. And the second half of the data, it would be 12. We're going to draw our number line. And before we graph it, what we're going to do is we're going to find our outliers. So let's start off with our IQR. So our IQR is Q3 minus Q1. And in this case, it would be 12 minus 5, which is 7. So in order to find our lower outlier, sometimes we use lower outlier, sometimes outlier with a subscript of L. Either one is fine. And anything less than this would be considered an outlier. We take our Q1 value, which is 5, minus 1.5 times 7, and that right there gives us negative 5.5. So we want to see if there's anything lower than negative 5.5. Now our upper outlier has to be greater than our Q3 value, plus we have the 1.5 times the 7, and that right there gives us 22.5. So when we're looking at our data, what we notice is that 24 is an outlier. So when we're graphing this, I'm going to go by fives, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. I'm going to put an X at 24 because that's an outlier. My minimum, of course, is 3. My maximum is now the next highest, which in this case gives me a 16. And then I draw lines at 12, and then at 11, and then at 8. And that would be my box plot with my outlier. So with the next one, we're going to do the same thing. First thing that we want to do is put the numbers in order. So I have 45, 55, 58, 59, 60, 60, 63, 68, 68, 70, 72, and 79. I'm going to find the 5-number summary, minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and our maximum. Minimum and maximum obviously are easy, 45 and 79. We're going to count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have an even number. So we're going to count 6, and then we count 6. So in between 60 and 63 would be 61.5. Then we're going to find the middle of the first half of the data, which is 58.5, and the middle for the second half of the data, which is 69. Before we do our box plot, what we're going to do is we're going to find our outliers. So we're going to find our IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1. So we have 69 minus 58.5, which would give us 10.5. In order to find our lower outlier, we're going to take our Q1 value. We're going to subtract 1.5 times 10.5, and that right there gives us 42.75. Then we're going to find our upper outlier, and that would be 69 plus 1.5, and we have 10.5. And that right there gives us 84.75. Now, when we're looking at our values, we see nothing less than 42.75 and nothing greater than 84.75. So we have no outliers. I'm going to go by tens: 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. I put a dot at 45, a dot at 79. I draw 3 lines. So we have 58.5, 61.5, and we have 69. So looking at the next one, once again, our first step is to put the numbers in order. So we have 2, 9, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 16, and 25. I'm going to find the 5-number summary: minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. So our minimum is 2, our maximum is 25. And when we count the numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're going to go 6, and then we're going to go 6. And so in between them would be 13.5. Then we're going to find the middle of 6. I can run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ah, it is 13. And that is our median. Then we're going to find the middle of the middle, which is 6. So that in between 11 and 11 is 11. And then in between 15 and 16 is 15.5. So before we make our box plot, what we're going to do is we're going to find our outliers. We're going to start with our IQR, which is our interquartile range. So we have 15.5 minus 11, which is 4.5. Then we're going to look at our lower outlier, And it has to be less, if it's an outlier, than 11 minus 1.5 times 4.5. And that, of course, is 4.25. And then we have our outlier, that the upper outlier, that would be 15.5 plus 1.5 times 4.5. And that would give us 22.25. So we have to look to see if there's any outliers, and we actually notice that there's two. There's outliers equal to and 25. So that means when we do our number line, I'm going to go by fives again. I have two outliers, so I'm going to put an x at 2, an x at 25. Then my next lowest point is a 9. My median is, my Q1 is 11. My median is a 13. And my Q3 value is 15.5. And my new maximum is 16. So we notice that there's our box plot with the two outliers. Okay, our last one. Once again, we put the numbers in order. So we have 52, 74, 84, 88, 92, 92, 92, 94, 94, 96, 99, 100, 100, and 105. We're looking for our 5-number summary: minimum, Q1, median, Q3, and maximum. So minimum is 52, maximum is 105. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that means that there is no middle. There's 7 on one side and 7 on the other. So in between 92 and 94 is 93. Then we do have an odd number, so that would be 88. And we have 99. And we're going to look for our IQR. So we have our IQR, which is 99 minus 88, which is 11. And then our lower outlier would be everything less than 88 minus 1.5 times 11, which is 71.5. And then our upper outlier is anything greater than 99 plus 1.5 times 11. And that right there would be 115.5. And so we see that we have an outlier at 52. So I'm going to go by tens. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 110. So I'm going to put an X at 52. My next lowest value is 74. So I'm going to put a dot at 74. Then a line at 88, 93, and 99. And then we have our maximum value at 105. Now, because it's a word problem, what we're going to do is we're going to label this. So we're going to put conics test. And then it should be in %.